Well, here we are with the Incisive Gaming's review of Mario Galaxy for the Wii. And I'm Mr. Jim, by the way, and we got...
I'm pixelated.
Yeah, he's pixelated. And this is our review of the Mario Galaxy. First of all, I'd like to start off by saying, before this game even come out, I pretty much knew it was going to be like the biggest hype thing ever, because there's just ain't that many games on the Wii, you know what I mean? And this was one they could hype up, and I knew, you know, they were going to do it. And I was pretty much right, but I was pretty surprised that they were saying that this is the best game ever. I mean, that's the most ridiculous statement in the video game history.
I agree.
What do you think about the graphics in this game?
The Wii can't really do that much since it's basically a GameCube on crack and steroids. Putting that, you know, in consideration, because I guess it looks alright for the Wii.
I love the art style in the game. You know, the pretty graphics. Technically, it's inferior to, you know, PS3 and 360. You know, the art style is decent for what the system can pull off, but this comes off to me, because of the graphics, it is a sequel long overdue, I guess. It reminds me of something that would have been on the 64. What would you say? What's that been, like 10 years ago or whatnot? Yeah, that's the way it comes off. It's made around limitations, which I think the GameCube isn't quite that limited. These little worlds and platforms that are floating in outer space that you're running on is just a little ridiculous nowadays, in my opinion. They need to have a full-blown 3D world for Mario to run through, you know, without any pop-up going on in the background, and you know, all that stuff, and a lot more surprises. Not every, you see, just basically see the whole little bitty. Well, I don't even know what these are supposed to even be. You're running on these like bits and pieces of a world that's been blown apart, it appears, but I mean, that's not even what they're trying to do. I know that. And they're not asteroids, I would guess, but they're trying to play off the limitations of old hardware.
There's something I'd like to touch on just real quick. I think the whole problem with this game for me personally was just the setting, the whole Galaxy setting they put it in. You know, I think in the end it made, you know, the level design cheap for some reason. Everything looks pretty simple when it comes to level design. And it'd be a lot different, you know, if in this galaxy you could, you know, explore a huge planet.
Yeah, more like alien worlds, not something that's on Earth but just hanging out in outer space. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, you know, and it doesn't make it, you know, the originality isn't really there, you know, as far as imagination.
But on Mario Galaxy, you're getting, you know, some large acorns to run around on. I mean, it's not
acorns,
fun to me, and I'd have to say
acorns and balls, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, the camera is definitely flaky at times, you know. It can be kind of in the wrong position. They still haven't really quite tweaked that out, you know. You would think after all these years they would have been able to. You know, and then the reviews on this game that I've seen on, maybe I shouldn't mention it, but, you know, they're like, oh, once in a while a game comes out that redefines the genre and all this stuff. Give me a break. I mean, there's nothing new in this Mario Galaxy. This is all old school stuff. Matter of fact, Gex has walked on the walls sideways. Nobody made a big deal of that. You know, the whole gravity thing's pretty much, you know, it's trying to make something more advanced out of something simple. You know, simple level design, you know, add gravity to it. Oh, wow, there's more to do now in the same space. Big deal. A lot of the levels in here, I mean, Mario running in Toyland in outer space, supposed to be in another galaxy, that doesn't make any sense. It's not original, it's not that fun, really. I mean, I admit there's some things about it that are kind of cool, you know. I mean, hey, you know, the coins are gone. You're collecting stars now. Well, the coin, you know, there's some coins, but mainly you're collecting stars. And Mario's not even, you don't even collect them with Mario, really. You're mainly just waving the magic wand around, collecting them.
It doesn't excite me, so that's all I can really say about it.
I'll tell you what would excite me, if you could actually take that little hand and smack Mario in the face a couple times. That, I mean, or the characters that, you know, Mario encounters, you know, I mean, hey, that'd be kind of fun.
Now, what do you think about the story, if you want to...
I think the story's kind of nutty. I mean, it's more like a Mario crazy dream, you know. You know, it kind of ties in with the being in outer space and nothing really fits together. You know, Toyland and water, you know, water world, and you know, and this and that. You know,
It's like the developers were on crack.
Yeah, it's like nothing fits together in the game. You know, it's just oddball stuff. You know, it just reminds me of if Mario was not in this game and it just come out, people would be like, give it, you know, about a 7 out of 10 or something. But since it's Mario and it's got the Mario music playing, yeah, of course they're gonna get excited. And there's very few Wii games out there worth buying, so of course they got to make a big deal about it. You know? You know, at least other games, you could see you were in the Mario universe, and you know, on whatever planet Mario lives on, you know, things matched up. But this one's kind of oddball stuff. And that's not to say every Mario game has a great story or anything. It's just out of the Mario games, this one's kind of a goofball story. You know, it's just they could have made it more cooler. Each galaxy that you go to could have been a complete new actual planet, world, a big place to run on, not these little bitty floating platforms in outer space. Although I mean, some of them are kind of decent sized. They're nothing of what the Mario games should have been now. You know. I mean, it's just, like I said, it's like a long overdue sequel, you know, like a 10 or 15-year-old sequel they're just now bringing out with little newer graphics, you know. And by the way, it doesn't play anything like the 64 one. I'm sorry, I just don't. I mean, of course, they're running and jumping and, you know, and that, but the 64 one, when it came out, it was something different, although it was made with limitations of that system. At least it was something pretty new at that time and fun, refreshing, you know. It was just really good. This comes off as, you know, I should have been playing this 10 years ago, I'm sorry, or 15 years ago.
And the game may cater to more kids than it does adults also.
Oh, yeah. See you later. Bye-bye.